1-1 it finished between Wolves and Spurs. And you can see the stats here in front of you. And it's going to be a story that maybe has been familiar for Spurs this season. If you do remember going back to that Crystal Palace game when they were happy to have a 1-goal lead. Maybe they thought they were going to take all 3 points. But Don, was it the fact that they shouldn't have settled for that 1 goal?
It was just a hard watch, Kay, and you're right, you know, when you revert back to that Crystal Palace game, because the week later Liverpool smashed them by 7. And it was a hard watch. When you score after just under a minute, you think you're going to go to a good start, you're going to be on the front foot, you're going to take the game to Wolves, you're going to create chances. I mean, you cannot win the league. Jose Mourinho cannot win the league by asking his team to defend for 89 minutes of the game, because the inevitable will happen. Wolves are a good side, and Wolves deserve something out of the game. You give Wolves a bit of possession, you give them possession in wide areas. They've got good players like Podence and Neto, and you know Traore's a threat when he goes forward. And you give them possession, especially in the midfield with Moutinho, who are good technicians. They're going to create chances. And I just found it a real sorry watch if you're a Spurs fan and you score after 60 seconds and then you're defending for 89 minutes of a game, trying to win that game 1-0, and they're trying to be title contenders. It ain't going to happen. Not on Jose's watch. Not the way he's having them playing.
Should he know better by now, Shaka, to not sit on a 1-goal lead and expect to take all the points?
Well, he should, but we know better than that from Jose Mourinho. You get a 1-goal lead against away to a team. Listen, Wolves are a decent outfit, and that'll be the excuse here. Never mind some of their struggles during the course of this season. Wolves are a decent outfit with some very good players. But this is Jose Mourinho. He'll do this against anybody. Never mind away to a decent outfit. You get a goal lead, you know what to expect from there on in. The hard part comes when the goal comes as early as it did today. But again, this is typical Jose Mourinho. You get the lead, you sit back, you defend, you hope you don't make any mistakes, and you dare the opponents to unlock you. And eventually that pressure must tell. Spurs' last shot on target in the game came in the 21st minute. That tells you exactly who Spurs were going to be all evening long. The telling thing for me is in truth, Wolves should have won it. Wolves should have won it very late on. But I guess Jose Mourinho will be happy coming away with a point, given some of their recent results, given who the opponent was. But it's getting tougher and tougher to defend, or try to defend.
Well, there was a lot of criticism today about, well, not so much criticism towards the players, but how Kane and Son were practically doing nothing. Should we have seen more of them in this game?
To be honest, I don't think we can really start pointing the finger at two of the front players because the truth is, what's going on behind them has to get them the ball in order for them to succeed. And it's okay when Spurs are playing Liverpool and they're playing the London derbies against the Arsenal and Chelsea. You know, Spurs fans will accept that you sit tight and we'll take breaking. It seems like they've forgotten how to actually get from back to front with good passing, good movement, everybody linking up. It seems that the only way this team can play is if it wins the ball back quickly and catches the opposition and breaks on them. Because other than that, there's no interplay with anybody. That's the strange thing. It's almost like they've forgotten how to do it.
What's pretty strange with Spurs as well is how we've seen them go from top spot, and it's been quite the drop-off in recent games, as you can see here, from their recent results. There were back-to-back defeats going into this game against Leicester and against Liverpool, so they would have liked to have got 3 points under their belt today, but they've been slipping down that table. Don, are they convincing enough for you to go all the way this season with what we've seen recently?
No, I thought there was a period where they could, and I think I got conned into thinking Spurs were going to be title contenders when I seen them beat Man City 2-0, and as Stevie said, there's a genuine plan. When Tottenham was sitting deep, they had people like Son and Kane and Bergwijn, genuine speed to hit teams on the counter, and they've done that against Man City, and I thought, if this is what Jose is going to do from now at the end of the season against the big sides, I can see the plan and it's working. But Harry Kane can't be enjoying playing in this Tottenham side. He would have been enjoying it a month back when they were sitting top of the league because the table looks great and he could be potentially, being a Premier League winner. Now all of a sudden the drop-off's been so bad and he's not getting any service, he's not getting any chances, and you see him coming deeper and deeper and deeper, just trying to get any touches of the ball. It's not really where he wants to be. You know, he wants to be in the box creating chances, having assists for Son and getting goals himself. And, you know, you can't fault him for what he's being asked to do, the same as Son. But Jose's got to find a way of getting his best players at the top end of the pitch in the game a hell of a lot more.
And Shaka, there's a lot of competition, as we've already seen. It's a strange season already. Is there a fear that Spurs might not even finish in the top 4?
Listen, of course, I think there is, especially given how, as you mentioned, how strange this season is, given the pandemic, given the injury issues that a lot of teams are having to deal with, and the fact that if you go 2 games without a win, you can go from, as Spurs did, top of the table to somewhere down in 6th or 7th. So that's just the thin margins in today's game. But just in talking about Spurs, just going back a little bit, and both Don and Stevie mentioned Kane and Son having to drop deep to get on the ball in a game where I thought Sissoko played very well, and in particular Ndombele got on the ball as often as he did and had the running and beating of Wolves midfield. Yet somehow Spurs cannot build around the joy that both of them were having up against Wolves in the same midfield. They continue to regress to this. We have to drop deep and defend what we already have. That speaks to that negative mentality. I just feel that teams aren't rewarded for that negative, let's not get beat mentality over the long run. Teams that win titles, win Premier League titles, are the ones who go out and try to win games. And I just don't feel that Jose Mourinho, certainly right now, is that kind of manager. I think the game has just changed too much for that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.